Muaythai super fight here as Giorgi takes on the vice, Daniel Smryk. Giorgi out of the red corner, Smryk out of the blue corner. Michael Chavello, Mark the Hammer Castanini with you. And Giorgi flying both the Australian and the Italian colours here tonight. You see the Italian colours around his trunks. The Italians celebrating recently a victory at the K1 Max with the man who I say is the finest kick fighter on the planet, the sublime Giorgio Petrosian, winning the K1 Max title against Andy Sauer in the final.
Buono.
Forza Italia. Giorgi.
Bravo.
It was great for the Lamborghini of K1, Giorgio Petrosian. Undefeated in his last 23 fights, Petrosian. Giorgi here looking to take his record to 29-6. Smryk looking to go to 21-7.
Tutto bene.
The Hammer showing his Italian background.
Giorgi opened up at a great pace. Giorgi very quick off the mark, not scared to pull the trigger and let the technique flow.
Giorgi is such a regular on big promotions up here in Queensland. Seen him a number of times, been around for a long time, and you figure he's going to still be around for a very long time to come. A popular commodity is Giorgi.
Giorgi out of the Five Rings Dojo on the Gold Coast, and Smryk from Melbourne Marshall Mixed Gym. Giorgi looking for the handiwork, goes to the back leg. Smryk having nothing to face Giorgi thus far. Giorgi putting him on the outside, uppercut, inside leg kick, nicely done. This fight, of course, at the K1 Max weight limit, 70 kilos. Giorgi just keeping Smryk at bay quite easily at the moment. His hands are getting a little low, Frankie. I'd like to, against a taller opponent especially, he needs to have his hands nice and high.
Body shot from Giorgi, doing all the work at the moment. Smryk's legs hurt. He's just backtracking here as Smryk has no answers for this onslaught from Giorgi in the first round.
It is really just a constant work rate from Giorgi, Michael, that I think has really slowed up and gassed out Smryk. He's struggling a little early.
Giorgi just setting that right hand.
Smryk looking for the turning elbow, didn't come for him. But Frankie just keeping that pressure up, keeping Smryk back into that neutral corner. Smryk needs to get out of that neutral corner before to turn off out of there and change angles up.
Completely outclassed in the first round. Daniel Smryk locked that one away, an easy 10-9 for Giorgi.
What is got, man? What is got, man? Yeah. Listen, relax. You want to take your mouse cut? What he got? No, got nothing. Keep the distance. Listen to me. Listen to me. Keep room. Be just bang, boom, bang, 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 bang. You know, just shoot him from the distance. That's it, okay? Okay, friend.
Second round 10-9. We'll go the first for Giorgi. Brad Bacali gets us underway. And again, Giorgi just picking up where he left off at the end of the first, which was complete ownership. Smryk trying to see what salvos he can land from the grapple.
Test of strength. The vice comes out of that one a little bit on top as Giorgi lost his footing, but they get straight back on the job, chopping away at the lead thigh of Daniel Smryk's leg, Michael. Again, Giorgi pushing the pace. Smryk really needs to lift now and get his work rate way up there.
Still to come on tonight's card, we've got Arslan Magomedov in action, Virgil Kalakoda. Gordon Graff, the executioner, always an exciting fighter. Stone Cold Steve Moxon is here. And of course that main event, Michael Andrade and Nathan the Carnage Corbett, all part of Xplosion 19, a resurrection from the Gold Coast Convention Centre. Outside thigh kick from Frankie Giorgi.
That's Aslan Magomedov in the corner of Frankie Giorgi, who's calling, is it?
You see him leading through the ropes there, Aslan. Outside thigh kick. Switch up round kick, front kick to the midsection from Frankie Giorgi. Solid work here from Frankie. And it's still all one-way traffic as Frankie Giorgi basically doing what Frankie Giorgi wants to do. Smryk has got to change it up a little here, Hammer.
Oh, he needs to get out of the corner. He's sitting back on the ropes a little bit too much, making himself a sitting target. And an immobile target indeed for Giorgi to tee off on. Giorgi now changing from orthodox to southpaw at back, changing his stance, clever tactics, using the push kick nicely. Smryk trying for the turning elbow. And you can see the intention of Smryk to get that spinning elbow in. He's thought about it a couple of times now, but he really needs to execute it a lot quicker if it's going to catch Giorgi.
A very relaxed and oozing with confidence, Frank Giorgi. Again, beautiful hook leg kick combination. And Smryk just offering no real counter pressure here.
30 seconds.
Certainly not looking himself tonight. Daniel the Vice Smryk, as he gets caught with a short left from Giorgi on the inside.
Oh, and he gets dropped on the left hand. Smack bang on the kisser. Smryk goes down. We've just been waiting for it to happen. His hands have been low. Giorgi's been hitting him with absolutely everything. Brad Vicali says, keep your gloves up, son. And the bell saves Daniel Smryk from further punishment. 2 rounds down, 2 rounds of ownership for Frank Giorgi. There's Aslan Magomedov in the corner of Frank Giorgi, telling him no doubt you're doing everything right.
Once again, you see Giorgi working high-low. Nice use of the push kick on the rope. Smryk trying for the turning elbow, not coming for him. Giorgi just keeping that pressure all the way up on the Vice.
Big press.
And there it was, a nice short punch to send Smryk down.
Round 3, minus touch gloves, third and
Touch gloves, boys. Go.
For the head kick early off the bell, Frankie Giorgi doubles up off the left leg. Beautifully done, went to the inside lead thigh, then for the same leg went to the neck.
Well, Smryk really needs to throw caution to the wind now. Bolo overhand rights and just let it all hang out, because certainly if he tries to play the point game with Giorgi, I think his legs are taxed, and they've been smacked up nicely. He's not as mobile as he should be, the Vice, and Giorgi's just going to keep working the fast combos on him and moving and making it very hard for Smryk to counterfight. Smryk in turn should just bully Giorgi up against the ropes and lets the big punches go, or indeed try and smash in some elbows, Michael, on the inside.
Takedown here from Giorgi, can't get it. Good right hand. Nice jab there from Smryk.
It was a nice, nicely timed jab that just pinged Giorgi.
Now, Smryk momentarily had Giorgi against the ropes, and Giorgi, he measured him with that one.
Nicely timed overhand elbow from Giorgi. Didn't hit with the point of the elbow. That one hit more with the meaty part of the forearm.
Impressive fight. Frank Giorgi.
halfway through the final round, ladies and gentlemen. Let's bring it home.
Smryk looking for a knee to the upper left rib cage, can't find it. Giorgi drills the knees into the liver section. The only way Daniel Smryk can win this fight is to knock out Frank Giorgi. I hope that a grand piano falls on his head. Nice combination again from Giorgi. Good extension on the punches. Leans back out of the way of the right hand. Even on the back foot, Frankie Giorgi is the more aggressive hammer.
Yeah, Smryk just doesn't have the mobility in his legs, Michael, after Giorgi's just been banging away at that lead thigh with his shin. Of course, that leg is now fairly traumatised and not moving as freely as it could or should. Again, Giorgi opening up with the hands.
Final 30 seconds.
Frankie Giorgi wading in with that right hand. Smryk trying, but those are half-hearted punches, almost slapping with the inside of the glove. They won't do any damage. It's all Frankie Giorgi, and that's how it's going to stay. As he kicks out that lead leg again. Smryk has just been battered. And Frank Giorgi will take his record to 29-6.
Well, not a great night for the Vice. Daniel Smryk at all. The rampaging Frankie Giorgi, always on the front foot from the opening round. Once again, that right hand just getting through on Giorgi, but Giorgi rallied back and just consolidated. There's the overhand elbow. Giorgi timed it nicely.
Perry Kale with the decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecard. Blair Moore, Paul Buxton and Gina Woodforth all had it 30-26. Your winner, red corner.
All one-way traffic. Frankie Giorgi indeed. His record now 29-6. And Smryk goes to 20-8. Folks, when we return to the Gold Coast Convention Centre, one of my favourites, the undefeated Stone Cold Steve Moxon in action.